Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafra people, how on a day? How on a day today? My people, I will make this one very brief and thorough. You see, our brother Emeka Okocha Happy Marcel is back, and he's saying now, he's following the script of the Nigerian media, saying that 2 people arrested with Simon Ekpa has been released. Unfortunately, he's still following the script of the Nigerian media. Okocha, you are wrong. It's not 2 people. 4 people were released, and on the 20th of December, the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, she mentioned it. It was printed out there in the media for everyone to see. So what you are saying is wrong, and I am still holding you to the bet of $2,000 to $20,000, where you said we should read your lips. We should read your lips that Simon Ekpa will be brought back to Nigeria. And you gave a timeline. You said by the end of February, Simon Ekpa will be in Nigeria. Emeka Okocha, I don't have no problem with you. You're a good guy. But my problem is this. When I first heard about the story of Nnamdi Kanu being brought to Nigeria, when I saw those pictures, my heart was bleeding. I was going through trauma, anxiety, depression, and shock. It affected my work that I had to take 3 weeks off work. Sick absence from work in order to gather myself together. That's what bad news can cause to someone's health. So when you came out and said, we should read your lips, that Simon Ekpa will be in Nigeria, and you said by February this year, Simon Ekpa will be brought back to Nigeria. Do you know how many people that felt that trauma, that shock? Your viewers that love Simon Ekpa, do you know how they felt? Do you know how many people you have put in coma? How many people have gone to a hospital? How many people slept that night and didn't wake up because of what you said? So I want to hold you to account. I want to hold you to your words. I want you to be accountable for your words. Now you are trying to backtrack. Now you are saying, oh, good news, breaking news. You are following the news of Sahara News that said 2 people were released out of Simon Ekpa. But you claim to have a source. My question is, what did your source tell you? You see, Okocha, be careful. In the media, be careful. Now, you have the power. Once people start to listen to you, you have subscribers. It means you have a power, an influence, a level of influence over the people. Be careful what you say to the people. That was why I challenged you with $2,000 that it will never happen. Simon Ekpa will never be brought back to Nigeria. I challenged you. Not only that, I upped the ante. I said, in my own case, if you win, if you ever win, I will give you between $2,000 to $20,000. Make the choice. Minimum $2,000, maximum $20,000. Make the choice. But if I win, if we suddenly see Oba Tobi join us, the Biafrans, fellowshipping in this our new nation, working together to uplift and implement the nation, I will come to you and I will demand my $2,000. Be a man and stand by your words. If you're a man, you should be a man and stand by your words. Don't come on the public social media and say things that you cannot back up. You have to be careful when you say these things. If you are joking, tell us you are joking. If you made a mistake, pull the video down and apologize for saying what you said. At this point, I have come again to speak to you. I want you to know what you said about the so-called 2 guys who were released is also a false narrative. Because according to our records, we are the stakeholders with the most influence. We are the critical stakeholders when it comes to Simon Ekpa, because Simon Ekpa is our prime minister. I had never seen you, Showore, or Nigeria speak to Simon Ekpa as their prime minister. Instead, they call him a criminal, a small boy, a charlatan. So when it comes to the who is who, when it comes to the information, people like us should be the ones with the first-hand information. So I want to disprove you again that the so-called 2 people you're talking about have not been released. Those that were released were 4 people. And they were released in December. And on the day of their release, Her Excellency, our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze, I repeat, Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze, she put out a message and the whole world saw it. So at this point, my people, without any much further ado, you see, my anger with the viewers, you guys should be careful, those you listen to, those you love, you listen to. We that break the news, somehow you say, no, you don't trust us because we're not showing our face. But every time you see whatever I spill, I keep it real. My own info is always real. But somehow, you allow the naysayers, you are in love with the naysayers. At this point, let us hear what our brother said today, where he said, 2 people have been released in the Ekpa case. Today I will disprove him and make you know what he said is nonsense. Baloney. Absolute nonsense. If you are ready, let me take you to a journey and show you what he said in his platform. Don't get it twisted. I ain't got no problem with my brother. He's my brother. I love the job he's doing. He says, at this point, when it comes to Simon Ekpa, I take it personal. If you spoke about somebody else, fine. But when it comes to Simon Ekpa, I take it very, very personal. So let's continue. Listen.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. According to Sahara reporters, Finnish authorities released 2 accomplices of the separatist leader Simon Ekpa. Today is the 6th of January 2025. The Finnish government has released 2 suspects arrested alongside Simon Ekpa for alleged subversive activities, the nation reports. Ekpa, a separatist leader, was arrested on 21st November 2024, along with 4 others for alleged terror-related activities, including incitement to violence and terrorism financing in Nigeria. He was subsequently remanded in prison by the District Court of Pajab over allegations of spreading terrorist propaganda on social media. The 5 suspects have been in custody since November 2024. However, government sources told the nation that 2 of them have now been released. The identities of the released individuals or the reasons for their release remain unclear.
Hold it there first. As you all notice, he said, according to Sahara reporters, the media owned by the one they call Showore, who is always acting as if he's in love with Nnamdi Kanu. He pretends to be in love with the cause of the Biafran people. But every time when it comes to bad news, when it comes to fake news, you hear it from Sahara reporters. But what's funny here is that, Okocha, you said you have your source that told you Simon Ekpa we brought to Nigeria. How come your source is not telling you about what is happening in Finland right now? How come you are referring to the source? You are sourcing Sahara reporters. What about your main source? Why don't you quote your own source? Why quote Sahara reporters? That's the question. Be careful those that you listen to. Be careful of those that you quote when you are doing your videos. If you are not sure, simply say allegedly and you will spare. I won't even respond. Once you use the word allegedly, I will not respond because it means it is being alleged. It is neither here nor there. It is a hearsay. You will not be held for slander. Once you say allegedly, no court can try you for slander. Let's continue. Listen.
Confirming the development sources added that Simon Ekpa remains in custody. Meanwhile, Chief of Defense Staff, CDS General Christopher Musa, announced during Chinese television program that Nigeria had formally requested Ekpa's extradition. He said the federal government has actually forwarded most of the requirements to the Finnish government, so I am sure the right thing will be done. The Finnish government is reportedly collaborating with Nigerian authorities to address the violent activities linked to non-state actors in the southeast. This is the information released from the Nigerian government to the nation. You know, Nation newspaper is owned by the top politician that you know. So for me, I think what the Nigerian government is trying to do, putting their eyes on what is not necessary, it is something that actually will not work out for them. Because when you come to look at every instances, the federal government is just trying to beat a dead horse. They are doing everything possible. Why Boko Haram is ravaging the north, killing the people, the Fulani banditry, the terrorists, they are collecting taxes from the people. The federal government focus all their energy in the southeast. Now tell me, the other day when I reported about the leaked document they used to send to Finland and so on and so forth, I don't really mean that sending the document will eventually bring Simon Ekpa home, okay? It's just like sounding the movement of the Nigerian state. Oh, look at what they are doing, look at what they are doing, look at what
No. Please don't retract. What you said was we should read your lips that Simon Ekpa will be returned to Nigeria. And you said the month February. You see me, I have the memory of an elephant. I don't want to do this to you, but you get the way my body go boil. At the end of this video, I go put the snippet where you talk and say, read my lips. Simon Ekpa will be returned to Nigeria. I don't want to do it to you because you're somebody I really like. You're a good guy. I love your program. I love the way you do your stuff. So don't make me do that. But it depends on what else you say in this video, because someone just sent me this video now that, you are, trying to retract from what you said the other time. And mind you, my bet is still up there. $2,000. It's still there. So now, let's continue from what he's saying. Let us continue. Listen.
Done. Actually, I believe that this tradition is a very...
Take it back. Listen.
The other day, when I reported about the leaked document they used to send to Finland and so on and so forth, I don't really mean that sending the document will eventually bring Simon Ekpa home, okay? It's just like sounding the movement of the Nigerian state. Oh, look at what they are doing, look at what they are doing, look at what they have done. Actually, I believe that this tradition is a very long process. But you see, one thing everyone must know about all this government is that they have a way of doing things which is very, very illegal, if I may put it in that way. So they do things in illegal way,
They do things illegally, only made in Nigeria. You see, this fraud, this 419 that they do in Nigeria, illegally, getting things through the back door. You pay some money, you get your passport that same day. It's only done in Nigeria. No country in this world, no developed country will add a hand in what Nigeria is doing. No country. The only developed country that might be tempted to do it is Britain, because they have a keen interest in Nigeria. That was why Nnamdi Kanu had to leave Britain. He saw this coming. What happened to Simon Ekpa now? In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, it would have been worse. So he saw it coming. He saw the enemies were coming. The MI5, they were in his back, outside his, car park, watching. So he had to make a move without telling anybody. He didn't tell the so-called DOS. Those guys, he didn't tell them. He left for Kenya because he saw it coming. Only Britain might be tempted because they have a keen interest in Nigeria. Why? They were the colonial masters of Nigeria. They were the ones that enslaved Nigeria. They were the ones that coined Nigeria. They were the ones that amalgamated Nigeria. They made Nigeria one. They came to Africa and made a black people, different tribes, different nations. They made them one. And ever since, they've been exploiting the resources of that contraction they call Nigeria. So to a level of, when you look at it very well, now only them will take that risk. But they will do it in an obscure way. It will not be clear. But for Finland, it will never happen. Nigeria can be corrupt. The leaders can do some criminal things. But when it comes to them going to the international level to try it, it will not work. Case in point, Ekwere Madu. You saw what he was doing. What he did in if he had done that in Nigeria, it's okay. Pay somebody, take their kidney. It's okay in Nigeria. But because he tried it, he forgot he was in Britain. He forgot. Once he tried it there, and the boy that went from Nigeria to Britain raised the alarm. The music quickly changed from reggae to calypso. Even in Britain, the music changed from reggae to calypso. He's now in jail. His wife is in jail. Understand it. In the Western world, things don't fly. Only in Nigeria can elephant fly. Let that sink in your mind, body, and soul. Let it marinate in your brain and stay there. That only Nigeria is corrupt. Unfortunately, most of those living in Nigeria for a long time, they now see the world from the spectrum of Nigeria, from the eye view, from the eyeglass of Nigeria. They are looking at the world through the scope of Nigeria, through the lens of Nigeria. I hope you understand me. That's the problem you guys have. That's why you believe the man they call Musa say Simon Ekpa will be brought to Nigeria. That's why you believe somebody like Sahara reporters, a very shameful guy that travels to USA, Showore goes to USA all the time. But when he comes back to Nigeria, he pretends and sell you guys wolves tickets all the time. Very, very sad. They know the truth, but they pretend. Let's continue.
They can try to bribe, to do all sort of things. But one thing I know is that the law must surely take its course, and of which I know if Finland keep on resisting them as they are doing, there is nothing that will bring Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. So that is the hope and the faith of so many people regarding this, because come to think of it, there is no number of persons that the government is going to hold that will stop the Biafra agitation. That is the first thing I was expecting maybe Tinubu to learn from the lesson of Buhari. Buhari thought that, once now the Kano is captured, few $1,000 worth of the videos is captured Biafra agitation.
Listen.
Biafra agitation. That is the first thing I was expecting maybe Tinubu to learn from the lesson of Buhari. Buhari thought that, once now the Kano is captured, Biafra agitation will come to an end. No. The death of Ojukwu did not stop it. The war they fought did not stop it. So how do you think that holding somebody or putting somebody in prison will stop the Biafra agitation?
Let me tell you why. Because these guys, they are old already. Let's call it space. But these are old men that have stolen so much, but they don't understand that there must be a time when you will now retire and enjoy your loot. Only a greedy thief will keep on stealing till old age. You are old now, you are a multi-billionaire. What do they still want? No, not greed. Because they don't say for Nigeria, everything is free. They are sharing the cake. My father, at the age of 65, he retired. All his businesses, he gave it to his children to manage. And he was enjoying himself in village. He went back to village and was enjoying, relaxing. Every day he wakes up, drink his tea, go online, read the media, enjoy the fresh air, drink palm wine, eat the vegetables from life, appreciate life, experience life, thank God for life. That's what I expect from these old men. But these old men, because they are greedy, they are criminal, poverty is in their mind. Poverty is in their DNA. So now that they are in the place of power, even at old age, in their 70s, they are still messing up. When will they retire? When will they relax? So they are still thinking with their old state of mind. Their myopic view, thinking that go and catch the leader. The old school of thought say, catch the leader, people will calm down. That's what they used to think back then. And they still have that thought of frame, or that frame of thought, assuming that whenever you capture the leader, then the others will back down and run away. They will cower. You see? So this old man is a pity. They are criminals and they have refused to retire. When will they enjoy their loot? Someone like Tinubu is a billionaire. When will they enjoy it? His children are already having kids. They are going, in fact, they don't grow gray hair. Some of his daughters don't reach the stage of menopause. When will he relax and enjoy the billions he has made? No. For them, it's a rat race. They want to make as much as possible. So they are still following the old school. Say, kidnapper Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra will die. It didn't die. Okay, let us blackmail Simon Ekpa, which they did from the southeast. Blackmail him and somehow people will be scared not to declare Biafra. They were surprised we declared Biafra on the 29th of November. So now they are coming with this new one. Now they are sending the man they call Musa to talk this nonsense he's talking. A Fulani man with a Christian name, Christopher. An Islamic jihadist with a Christian name, Christopher. They are sending him to be doing this and he's doing in the media. And you guys in the media, you are falling for it. Very, very sad. But let's continue.
It is very important people understand the psychology of agitation. You know, in psychology of agitation, it's just like a religious belief. When people have been inculcated with the idea of living, they become a separatist group. There is nothing else you can do to stop them, because mentally they have left. Forget that we are all in this geographical area called Nigeria. But look at, people have left. Imagine the bandits collecting tax. They are not part of Nigeria. They have their own government. Boko Haram going to army barrack. Nigerian army is just number one security agent in Nigeria. So if they do that, meaning they already have everything they need.
Now you are talking. Now you are speaking my language. Now you understand Nigeria. For Boko Haram to go army barrack. Not only that, they wore their khaki, they wore green khaki, they wore their camouflage. They reach army barrack. But you and I, when back in the days, when you just wear a green jacket, you are in trouble. If you wear a green trouser, army go flog you. If you wear a camouflage, you are a dead man. Then go beat you black and blue. Then go tell you to roll for poto. Then go tear for your body. Do you know even the navies, they do it? Yeah? The navies, they do it. My best friend, we're going somewhere. He was dressed in blue. Navy man stop and say, Yeah, wait now. He said, no, it's just blue. I bought it for the market. They beat this guy black and blue. They carried him for their van to the Navy barracks or somewhere. Or is it cantonment or something? I don't know where they took him. Now me saved that boy life because I saw what happened. I took the reg number and I went back home to go and tell their parents. That night they went all across Lagos looking for where to find their son. They couldn't find him. It was out of Sherlock that they saw where they locked him up. Even the Navy, they do it. But here, you just said it. Headsmen, Boko Haram and the rest of them, ISIS, they went to a military barracks. They overpowered them. They killed them. They took their time to burn down buildings. Nigeria is gone. But those people who are doing it, they are their champions. They are their freedom fighters. Now then go come to Islamize Nigeria. Can you see that even your military cannot stop them? So once they focus on the so-called Nigerian citizens, those that say they love Nigeria, those that claim, God bless Nigeria, Nigeria go better. Somebody like Rufai Yoseni, if you look at now, he's in USA now, enjoying life. Rufai Yoseni don't fly to USA for holiday. You see, they have options to escape Nigeria. As we speak, Rufai Yoseni is in America. It means they have option. Those who are telling you they love Nigeria, God bless Nigeria, Nigeria go better, Africa go better, our people go better, oh Nigeria go better, they are liars to you. They are pretenders. They are phonies because they have option. They have a plan B. Their passport, they have a visa. 10 years visa to the UK. 5 years visa to the EU. 20 years visa. Unlimited to America, to Canada, to Australia. Even to the Caribbean island. They have this option. That's why they are telling you they believe in Nigeria. Because the job they are doing in Nigeria, it is selling. The media is hot cake now for Nigeria because every day now breaking news. In that zoo, every day is a breaking news. In the Western world, they pay to get breaking news. It is hard to get the breaking news in the Western world, but in Nigeria, every day now breaking news. So they love Nigeria. They say, God bless Nigeria, to make people like you out there to believe that Nigeria will be great. But since you were born, Nigeria has been a so-called shitoko country. But somehow they lie to you, say, God bless Nigeria. Nigeria go better. We love the military. God bless the police. God bless the army. The country will be great. They tell you this, and you animals, you deaf, dumb, and blind animals, you believe in those bastards. Now God go punish them. All of them. They have options to escape. They have oh my God. Hey! It depends now. It depends. We in the Western world, we know what's in there, we know what we enjoy here. That is why we want to bring it to Biafra land. But the animals there that have options, every time they fly out of the country, they are telling you that Nigeria is good the way it is. Just pray to Jesus, go to God, pay your tithe, beg God, bow down to God, respect your elders, and things will be okay. While the Boko Haram, they have come in, the headsmen, they are coming with guns in Nigeria. The police don't stop them with guns. Army don't stop them when they carry guns. But you that claim to be Nigerians, ordinary khaki, if you wear them, you are a dead man. Even knife, if them see you with a knife, they go kill you now. If the police catch you with knife, they go kill you. If they see you with gun, that same spot, then go blow your brains out. But the headsmen, the dirty looking, unkept animals, 2/3 of human, or even 1/3 of humans in a civilized world, they're carrying AK-47. How did they even buy those guns? Do they even have license? What's their credit rating to be able to afford such a gun and carry a gun? Do they have a gun license? But no, they go through and through that zoo called Nigeria, carrying guns and cows. And you guys say nothing about it. Your police says nothing. Your governor say nothing about it. But those that want to liberate themselves, they are after them. Now God go punish them. Let's continue.
They already have everything they need. So there is no one. We are living in an illusion. This nation is now an illusion. We are just living an illusion.
There you go.
They have left, but they are still dragging resources, dragging this. The Southerners are not there. When I mean the Southern, I'm talking about all Eastern region. Okay. Including the Southeast. Majority of people there has left mentally.
Thank you.
But what the Nigerian government wants to do, what they want to keep on doing, is to make sure they fight tooth and nail. So there is no how all these things will continue to go on like this. I thank God that at least CDS Musa yesterday, when the Al Jazeera journalist anchoring the interview was asking him, why is it that countries are no longer sending aircraft to Nigeria? Countries of the world are no longer sending ammunition to Nigeria. Why? Christopher Musa said, maybe you see all these things are international politics, it's based on their decision. No, that is not true. You know, during Donald Trump administration, before he could even sell Tucano fighter jet to Buhari have to come America to sign. He told him the killing of Christians must stop. Because they knew that this is what they are doing. They are using it to kill innocent civilians.
Yes.
So the abuse of the fundamental human right of citizens in the geographical area is well known in the international community. So many countries of the world, they have tagged Nigeria as unsafe place to go.
There you go.
Unsafe place to go. So that is where the question comes. If Nigeria government are aware of all this dented image, why do they even try to talk out? Just talk about the extraditing of somebody. Why do they even talk it out?
Now you are speaking my language. Now you see that, because you see, one thing about the Western world, now data. We keep data. Data is our friend. There's something we call the SQL, Sequence Query Language. In real time, data, you communicate with your system, it gives you the data. For example, when you're watching, you guys in Nigeria, you love to watch the football. When you're watching the football, when a striker scores, oh, this striker has scored this goal. This is 20th goal in 30 games or whatever. Or he has made a history now. He has appeared for 2,000 times in the Premier League or whatever. Data, because in real time, as they are playing on the screen by one side, they show the information. Data is our friend. Finland knows all the information about Nigeria. Don't be deceived. You see, Oyibo will smile with you, laugh with you, pretend like they don't know what's going on. But behind your back, they see everything in real time. Behind your back, they see everything in real time. I remember one of the biggest job I had in the Western world. When I had that job, the guy who interviewed me was my boss. He was laughing, In the final interview, he was smiling and laughing. I'm like, why is this guy acting yoppy with me? What's going on? In my mind, I was thinking. Next thing, when I started the job, this guy was now singing one of my chorus in one of my music back then. I was in deep shock. How did he know? He was laughing. I said, whoa. Say, no, yeah, come on, we did a bit of digging you. Wow, was that you doing all that stuff? Wow. I was surprised. He then told me that even when he was young, he was into music as well, playing guitar and all those things, rock and roll. I'm like, oh, okay. So what I knew is, even before they gave me that job, they saw everything about me. Even though those things, I locked them up in the vault. I assumed I have locked all those things in the vault, because a job like that, you have to be careful. They can't be seeing you doing things like that. It won't show that you are professional enough. But they saw it. And the only luck when I get to say, this man when interview me like something like that. Now I can't understand. If now somebody else when you like the kind of music I'm doing, when they see those things behind closed doors, at the back end, they call it the back end of things. You see, once they see those things, they will not give you those jobs. You'll be wondering, how come? You see, so why I'm saying this is, data is important to the Western world. They know Nigeria. They know where our politicians hide all their money, all the transactions. They can see it. People that come to their country with fake documents, they know those things. You see, so there is no way in this world. That's why I want you to recant your statement. Take it back. Apologize to the Biafrans. Say that person, that's your source. When you say, tell the Biafrans to read your lips. Somebody probably brought back by February. Tell that your source. Say, he or she is a liar. There is no way Finland will listen to Nigeria to bring Simon Ekpa back. If that was possible, then perhaps you would never have seen Simon Ekpa, who is a lawyer in Finland. You guys, you forget. He's a lawyer, a practicing lawyer in Finland that knows the law of Finland, the Finnish law, like the back of his arm. There is no way someone would do some things that you guys think is condemnable in Nigeria. We have tested Finland. We know their capacity, their limitation of how to exercise those laws. We don't test them. We know them. Say, okay, when it comes to human rights, Finland are number one. When it comes to anti-racism, Finland are number one. When it comes to the stable economy, the best countries to live in, Finland are number one, or Sweden. Then they compete for that one, for the best country to live in. You see? So we don't test all those things. And we know, say of a truth, Simon Ekpa is doing the right thing. I can bet you. But in Nigeria, if we're in Nigeria by now, they will put in fact, they would have killed him in a firing squad. Somebody like me now, with my brain, my intellect, see the way I drop the knowledge, then go hang me for a rope, as they did Ken Sasarowiwa. That is the problem with Nigeria. They kill the best amongst you because of tribalism. They don't care about innovation. What they want is the resources. Anybody who will speak contrary to that is a dead man. My brother, I hope now you understand how I felt when I saw your initial video, when you said, we should read your lips. Simon Ekpa will be brought back to Nigeria. That didn't touch me. It touched me very well. I felt it. I won't lie to you, my brother. I felt it. Because you are somebody I hold on a very high pedestal. I see you as somebody of high reputation. So when you speak that way, you tainted your reputation in terms of information. But perhaps I will let sleeping dogs lie. But you are still owing me 2,000. That bet is still on. My brother, Okocha, happy Marcel. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. I'm not here to bash my brother. He is my brother. He's doing a good job. But I'm only here to speak truth to power, because we, the Biafrans, we must be whiter than white and whiter than snow at all time. We must be. Those are the words, the tenets of Nnamdi Kanu that we must hold golden in our life. Thank you all, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope, because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say it with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why